What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Big Ben's Podcast, episode 32. And y'all, that shaving cream sucked in the last episode. I couldn't hear for like 3 hours yesterday after we filmed.
That's cat.
I think I got it all up. I think there's some down here, but it's just shaving cream. It ain't gonna mess up nothing. But y'all, it is episode 32. It is officially my birthday week, everybody.
Don't care.
I'll be turning 24. We will be doing an episode on my birthday this week. But,
where I'm gonna pie him in the face if he loses the loser dare.
So, yeah, I lost the loser dare, so I will be doing the loser dare in this video. We didn't really, we couldn't watch it because it was on, like I said in the last video, it was on Amazon Prime. But I do have the app on my phone, so I looked, and William Byron finished 5th. Exactly 5th. And Chase Elliott, my driver, finished 15th.
I guess Chase Elliott sucks.
But with all that being said, let's go on and get into the video.
Alright, Ben. Remember yesterday how we were talking about summer? What is your favorite summer treat?
That's a tough one because, you know, summertime there's a lot of refreshing treats and like sweet treats and ice cream and stuff like that. But I would probably have to say my favorite summertime treat would be a nice, sweet, juicy watermelon. Or as Mom would say, watermelon.
Mine probably ice cream. I remember going to the beach when we were younger. We would go to the beach, and when we left, we got ice cream.
Well. Bro, last night I was on Cassie's phone. And you know how you have the apps you use the most? Right there, like on my phone, it's my phone, my messages, and 2 other apps. Well, it's like that on Samsung. I don't know if it's like that on. Yeah, it is. It's like that on iPhone. But you have the apps that you use all the time. You want to know what the middle one on Cassie's phone was?
DoorDash.
The McDonald's app.
Well.
But no, for real. I do love some watermelon during the summertime. It's nice and refreshing when it's ice cold with a little bit of salt on it. Perfect summertime treat.
You ever had watermelon and mustard?
No, we need to try that on one of these episodes.
That before. It's not that bad.
We need to try that on one of these episodes in the next in the coming weeks, because I have heard that I've seen videos about it, and y'all, if you're hearing a bunch of rattling around, I got 2 kittens right here that are playing.
Here's one of them.
Yep, this is Yoda, everybody. But yeah, so man, let us know down in the comment section down below what your favorite summertime treat is, and we're gonna get on to something that I seen on TikTok earlier this week. There was an 11-year-old boy and his sister at home alone. Their parents were out doing something, and first off, why would you leave an 11-year-old home? I mean, I'm pretty sure he knows better to do, because I mean what he did, but still. Anyway, there was someone trying to break into their house, and the 11-year-old boy told the home invader that he had a firearm, and if he came in, he would use it. And I guess the home invader thought, well, he's just a little kid. He don't know how to use a firearm. Oh, crap. He sure as hell did, because he shot him. He learned quick. He knew how to use it because he got shot, and now the home invader is demanding that family pay his medical bills. What do you think of that, Lynn?
I don't think they should.
I don't think they should either. You were breaking into the home, and now you want them to pay because you were the one that chose to do it? What's wrong with you? I mean, what would you do in that situation?
Number one, I don't know how to shoot a gun, so I probably couldn't shoot him. Probably get like a knife and probably hide in my closet. If he comes in the closet, I'm just gonna stab him. Yeah,
and I mean, if you were to stab him, would you have Mom and them pay the medical bills?
Mm-hmm.
Well, you wouldn't. I don't think Mom and them wouldn't, because we ain't got the money to, and 2, you broke into our home, our place of safety.
I was defending myself.
Yeah, he was acting in self-defense. So if they try to take that to the court, that man is going to lose. They're not going to have him pay have the family pay that man's medical bills because he was trying to break into their house.
Ben's cat's out there sitting on it.
Take a picture of that. I'm gonna put it up right here. One of my cats is outside, y'all, and we have a little tree that grows that's literally right here by the house, and she's up in the tree sleeping.
She has one arm and her tail, or one leg and a tail hanging.
But yeah, so if they take that to court, that man's going to lose. Because and you want to know the thing about it? The mother has said that he's broken into their house before.
Do they know?
I mean, they know of him because he broke into their house before, but why would you break into a house you've already broken into? And I guess he didn't learn his lesson good enough. But no, I would not pay the medical bills. You were breaking in he was breaking in the house. He learned he messed around and found out that you don't do that. And no, I don't think the family should have to pay the medical bills. But we're going to get on into the next part of the video, which is story time. I don't know if y'all noticed yesterday, but did you watch yesterday's video?
Yeah, say that.
I added the audience whenever I announce story time.
Oh.
I think I'm going to start doing that. But Landon, you kick us off today because you have a funny story.
I'll tell you about.
I was here when this happened.
I'll tell you the time when a crab was trying to hurt me. So it was probably one summer, and I was probably like 6, 7,
something like that.
And me, my mom, did Michael go with us?
I don't think so. Michael was the one sibling that didn't really do a lot with us because he was either out playing baseball or he was at a buddy's house.
And he hated us, but
Michael's going to comment on this video.
Michael. But yeah, we went crabbing. Oh man, for some reason, this crab got out. What was it? A bucket?
It was a shallow bucket, so we didn't have an actual 5-gallon bucket. But that crab was like,
so it tipped over, and I was like right here, and the crab was straight ahead of me, and it was coming right towards me. It saw the first person in sight, and
it was like, Eee!
And I jumped on top.
All right, y'all. Sorry about that. My wife was calling me. So finish your story.
But I jumped on top of my mom like a monkey. I should have really jumped on Dad because he's a bigger person, so I could actually got some air.
And y'all, I was dying laughing at this point. I mean, I don't know why, because if the crab would have come running at me, I'd have been doing the same thing. Well, yeah. So could you imagine if that crab would have pinched you?
That would have caught me.
Landon I was running. The man turned into Forrest Gump for 2.5 seconds until he climbed on Mama. I noticed that you have a bad habit of jumping on people in bad situations. Like when
I'm going down, someone else is going down with me.
Like when we almost drowned in Edisto in 2021, you jumped on me, thinking I would save you.
I thought you guys are having a raft.
But I mean, I didn't because y'all when Landon jumped on me, I literally just pushed him back forward. I was trying to push him to where he could touch again, but he couldn't.
Yeah, imagine I kicked off of you and you went farther deep down and you drowned.
Oh, that's not fun to talk about drowning.
No.
But
I'm glad I didn't kill my brother.
My story time today is about a good Samaritan who helped me buy a toy when I was little. So when I was in 2nd or 3rd grade, I believe it was 2nd grade, we did a coloring contest. It was one of the firehouses in Cottageville here in South Carolina, and we had to color in a firefighter that had just saved a dog from a tree. And the contest was whoever did it the best would get a $50 gift card to Walmart. Whoever won. Well, I didn't win, but I got 2nd place. So I got a $25 gift card. And at this time, Toy Story was still a pretty popular, cartoon.
It was the Bang.com.
So, what is the Bang.com?
It was a banger.
Anyway, so my mom took me to Walmart, and I looked through every aisle of the toy section in Walmart, and I finally came across a Woody doll, and I wanted it. So I picked it up, but apparently back then me and Mama didn't know how to check the price tag on it because I didn't think I thought I had enough for it.
It was over $25 for a Woody doll.
It was like $28, $29.
Bro, it should not been that much for a Woody doll.
And so we went up to the front. I went through the line. The lady rung it up. She said, I can't remember the total exactly, but I said, oh no, I ain't got enough. And for some reason, Mama, I don't know if she didn't have the money, but Mama could have put the extra few dollars with it.
Extra $3.
But there was a man behind us in line who said, I'll put the rest with it. And it was so nice of him because as soon as we got to the car, I ripped that thing out of the box and I started playing with it. And I pulled the string, and I guess Mama didn't know the thing could talk. Because when I pulled the string, it went, I got a snake in my boot. And Mama was like, what? I said, oh yeah, he talks. He's Woody. You've never seen Toy Story? She said, no. I said, well, you didn't have a good... Well, Mama was technically an adult in the 90s. Technically, if you think about it.
She was in her teenage years?
She was in her teenage years then. That was a long time ago. But yeah, y'all, so that man was very, very nice to help me get, that Woody doll because I loved it. I don't have it anymore. I don't know what happened to it. I used to have a lot of Toy Story action figures. I used to have Woody. I used to have Buzz.
Jesse.
Used to have Jesse.
Mr.
I think
Potato
we had
Head.
Bullseye.
We had Mr. Potato Head.
I think we had Mr. Potato Head. But Toy Story was one of my favorite cartoon movies growing up.
Toy Story 3 is the best.
Nah, Toy Story 2. But with that being said, we're going to get into the next part of the video. Landon, have you seen that TV show Man vs. Wild? Well, in the show, it's basically, like the title says, it's a man going out into the wild and trying to survive. And it made me think, do you think you could win a fight against a bear?
A bear, no. Oh, because didn't they say when it's like a black bear, you're supposed to fight back, a brown bear, you're supposed to cover up, and then if you see a polar bear, you're dead.
Well, that's because if you see a polar bear, you're in Antarctica, so yes, you're going to be dead. But no, for real. I don't know. All bears to me are the same, no matter what kind it is. I mean, they're all going to do that until you're dead. But I mean...
Not really. Bears won't really attack you unless they feel threatened. That's most animals. A snake won't bite you unless it feels threatened.
That's cap.
No, it's not.
Why do bees sting you out of the blue?
Bees don't sting you. They sting you when they feel threatened. Wasps sting you for no reason.
So you
search it up.
So you saying wasp are just the asshole of insects? Yeah, it makes sense. But no, I think that. Well, I mean, we could have been more specific on this topic. If we're talking about, what kind of bear we're fighting, like if we were fighting a brown bear, do you think we could win? We're not even doing it just us fighting.
Is it fighting to the death?
Yes.
Probably not. But I feel like I could, because eventually it's gonna stop. If you hold your ground against it, it's gonna stop.
How do you hold your ground against a bear?
You fight back.
Show me your fighting stance against a bear. You gonna go Mr. Miyagi on it?
They on, they off.
Bear son. But yeah, I'd probably lose so much because one, I am a scaredy cat. I don't like to do things that could potentially lead to fatally injured or death. So I wouldn't even fight a bear. I would just be like, see ya. And I'd be walking off. Bro, could you imagine if Mama had to end up fighting that baby cub in Tennessee? I know we've told this on here, but last July we went to Tennessee for the 4th of July. And one morning, me, Landon, my stepdad, and Cassie were all sleeping, and Mama was out on the porch drinking a cup of coffee, and a baby bear was trying to get up in the back of the truck, and Mama come running in there saying, bear! Huh?
It wasn't a baby bear.
It was a baby cub. Yes, it
No,
was.
it was not.
That was a
see
cub.
The video? You see the picture?
That was a cub. I put a picture up on a couple videos ago, but that was a cub.
No,
that was
it
not a
was
full-grown bear.
I know, but it's not a cub.
That was not a full-grown bear, though.
It's like a teenage bear. I gotta find it.
What do you mean, a teenage bear?
It's not. It wasn't a regular sized bear, but it's not a cub. See, that's not a cub.
That's a cub.
That is not a cub.
That is a cub.
That is not a cub.
But that is
way
a
smaller, Benjamin.
That is a baby bear.
Yes, but it's not a cub.
Let me hold this. Y'all tell him that is a cub.
That is not a cub, Benjamin.
That is a cub.
A cub is smaller than that.
That is a cub.
Let me search up a cub. All right, see this picture?
Can't be a newborn cub either. It has to be a. Hey, hurry up, bro! I don't want to have to cut the part out of us just sitting here. That's a freshly born cub.
That's a cub. A cub is like a freaking newborn or toddler. But this right here is a teenager.
Alright, search up teenage bear. Can't believe we're looking this up, but this is how we do, y'all. We argue over.
See, that's about the size it was. Like that.
Alright, I guess he's right. Let's say, yeah, I would not fight a bear of any size. I don't care if it's a baby cub, if it's a mama, if it's a dad. But, you want to know a story that's never made sense to me? Goldilocks and the three bears. Bears are known to be vicious. So, why was these bears just fine with
a made-up story?
With her sleeping in each bed, eating all the food.
Because it's a made-up story.
Did you know about that? That story, Baby Bear was the only thing keeping Mama Bear and Mama Bear together. Did I just say Mama Bear and Mama Bear? Mama Bear and Daddy Bear were only together because of Baby Bear. Because they slept in separate beds.
They're probably too big to sleep in a bed.
But anyway, I wanted to take a part of the video to give an update on my life. Because I know that I don't, do a lot of personal stuff on the podcast, or I try not to. But life has been going alright. I've been going live on TikTok. I don't know if my YouTube subscribers know that, but I go live on TikTok. I haven't a lot lately because I've been at other people's houses, and I'm a bit camera social shy when I'm trying to film and stuff. But we have been gaining new subscribers lately. We gained 3 in the last 3 days, so that's pretty good. But I want to hit 150 before the end of June. Being a content creator, you set these big goals that 9 times out of 10 will probably never happen. But goals are good to have, so you keep pushing toward them goals. But yeah, everything's been going good. Went to the doctor the other day, and I need to lose some weight terribly, as y'all can see. And I'm going to start working on that, but I'm probably going to try to wait until after my birthday, because you got to eat good on your birthday. Who wants to eat a salad and a piece of chicken on their birthday? Well, do you want to eat that on your birthday? So, but I need to lose weight for a couple reasons. One, my blood pressure was terrible when I first got to the doctor. It was better before I left. So, my medicine is working. It's just, I stress out all the time. I stress about YouTube. I stress about TikTok. And if it's ever going to go anywhere. Because, the past, 2 months, I haven't done anything on YouTube. I haven't gained, other than the last few days, that's the only subscribers I've gained in the last 2 months of this channel. See, that's actually why we haven't filmed the last 3 weeks, because 1, we were both busy, and 2, I just didn't have the motivation to film. But it wasn't until I talked to a inspiring content creator that I said, you can't ever lose motivation about wanting to make content. You never make a bad video, is what they said. Because You never know. That one video that you thought was terrible may be your breakthrough video that makes you gain popularity and notoriety. But so yeah, that was just a little update on my life. We have a bunch of kittens now. Got Hazel back here. Y'all seen him in one video. You can't see him because I'm basically like a wall between him and me. But yeah, so with that being said, we're going to get on into the rest of the video. Alright, Len. You wanted to talk about a topic. Now explain to me again what you wanted to talk about.
So we're gonna rank Spider-Man actors: Tobey Maguire, Andrew Garfield, and Tom Holland.
So just from other movies they've done, or just the Spider-Man movies?
From their acting on the Spider-Man movie. Not how good the Spider-Man is, but how they acted on it.
Andrew Garfield, I think, was the best.
I think number one was Tom Holland.
Tom Holland's overrated.
No, he's not, bro.
Tom Holland is an overrated Spider-Man.
Andrew Garfield's overrated.
No
one
not.
loved him until Spider-Man No Way Home.
I loved him.
No, you didn't. None of his movies are good.
You talking about his Spider-Man movies or his other movies?
Spider-Man movies. None of them are good.
The Amazing Spider-Man 2 was a good movie.
No, it was not, bro. That's probably one of the worst rated Spider-Man movies of all time.
So you telling me the first Amazing Spider-Man movie got a better rating than the second one? Ain't no way. Let me see this.
The Amazing Spider-Man 1 was a lot better.
Y'all, I'm going to get to the bottom of this because I actually liked Spider-Man, the Amazing Spider-Man 2. Is it one of the best Spider-Mans out there? No, but I don't think it was worse than the first one.
Spider-Man, the first one got a 6.9 out of 10 on their rating. The Amazing Spider-Man 2 had a 6.6.
Okay, so they were almost equal.
It was the Amazing Spider-Man was still better.
One of the things I didn't like about the Amazing Spider-Man, I didn't like the suit at first because to me that wasn't the classic Spider-Man suit. I don't like any of Tom Holland's suits. I like the OG Spider-Man suit that started off in the comic books and then became into Tobey's real life version of Spider-Man.
But the reason I like Tom is because I think from what his first movie was, which was with the Avengers and stuff, he came a long way since his last movie, Spider-Man No Way Home. His character's been developed way better. I think he acts differently, if that makes sense. Number 2 is Tobey Maguire. He's just a classic. I think he's the best Spider-Man because I think he captures how Peter and Spider-Man are supposed to come together as one person. And Andrew Garfield, I think he's a good Spider-Man, and he's alright Peter Parker.
I think he was better as Peter Parker than Tobey was. Just because of the emotional turmoil that he was feeling after Uncle Ben got killed in the first movie.
I do like Andrew Garfield and Emma Stone's chemistry. I think they got the best chemistry out of any of the relationships
because
in the movies.
You know, Peter. Well, Andrew Garfield's Peter.
You can't say Peter. They're all named Peter.
I know. Andrew Garfield's Peter Parker, I think, was a pretty good because one, he looked like he fit the character more of
Tom Holland
Peter than
Tom Holland actually fit a teenage boy instead of Tobey Maguire and Andrew Garfield.
Yeah, but to me, I couldn't have pictured Tom Holland as Spider-Man if he wasn't Spider-Man. I could not have pictured him as that. Because after they made the Amazing Spider-Man 2, I thought there was going to be no more Spider-Man. I thought that was going to be it. But then Tom Holland came into the picture. And it's not that I don't like Tom Holland's movies as Spider-Man. It's just to me they are trying to go too based off the comics in his movies instead of adding its own, feel.
They go off more of the comics and Tobey Maguire's Spider-Man than anybody.
Well, they did a good job of hiding it.
No, I think Tom Holland's Spider-Man is even in the comics.
Now, see me, I think Tobey Maguire made the best Spider-Man. Like, because you know how all Spider-Mans make jokes when they're fighting. well, Andrew Garfield made a funny joke in the second one when he gets thrown through the car. He's like, "Come on, Peter, it's just your bones, your tendons, and joints." But I think Peter has the best. Tobey Maguire's Peter and Spider-Man had the best jokes. You have a
I
knack
think
for
Andrew
getting in
Garfield probably
trouble.
the funniest one. Toby was funny too, but I think Andrew was more funny.
Yeah, his Spider-Man was more funny.
But
See you, chump.
but it's time to get into Benjamin Loser Dare. Are you ready?
No.
Too bad. We'll be back in just a minute. Alright, Ben. Time for you to lose your dare. Alright, on 3. 1, 2, 3. Bro. Really, bro? You didn't even eat it all. Just with us, guys. Okay, anything else? But that's gonna be end for today's video.
Y'all, let me know down in the comment section down below. Do y'all think that I did enough coffee? Because I do. I did enough.
Comment down below if him spitting on me was the right thing to do.
Yes. Okay.
That's the end of episode, what, 31?
32.
32. We'll be back
For episode 33 here soon.
next one.
So see y'all.